You're listening to the Salty Sex Cast with Pamela and Mariah.
Yeah, and what's puberty?
The sex education you wish you had in high school.
Maybe a diagram will help.
Hello. Welcome back to the Salty Sex Cast.
You're listening to the Salty Sex Cast. Sexy Salty. Yep.
Sexy Salt Cast.
I was on it. I was going to say something. And then I was like, no, Pamela's got it. And then I was like,
I don't feel bad for all my pre-production screw-ups that just took place right just now.
You should never feel bad. You volunteer.
Yeah, that's true.
And then what comes out of my mouth, and I just fuck everything up. All of Brady's hard work, I just shit all over on. Let's make sure we all know that. Anyway, Brady, say hi.
Hi.
No one hears enough from you. Well, who are you?
I'm Brady. I run Murder Shack Studios
How can they get a hold of you?
through murdershackstudios@gmail.com.
Lovely. You're lovely. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
being there, Button Boys.
Button Boy.
Button Boy.
I like
Buttons
it. I
boy.
like it.
It was
This is the nickname
That's
that
the
we've been
nickname
looking
we
for
talked
over
about.
a year.
Mm-hmm.
Button Boy.
You're my cute little button boy.
It reminds me of a joke I heard about, it was like a meme that was about like church masturbation. And like good boys don't marry girls that masturbate because they've been ringing the devil's doorbell. Something like that.
So you've been pushing those buttons, friend? Is that what it is? Anyway, and who are you, Pamela?
I'm Pamela.
Hi.
Hi. I own Silk and Salt Studios, which is a boudoir photography studio.
An award-winning boudoir
We
photography.
We are an
See,
award-winning.
what would we do without you?
Award-winning.
And I have a bunch of partners and a few kids, and my life is busy. And I do this podcast.
And you still make it here. And I'm here. I love it. And hi, I'm Mariah. I'm just here. I own Balance Your Wellness, which is a health consultancy business. I am a board certified health and wellness coach. And I do a lot of other things too, but this podcast is probably like the most fun. You know, it's just chef's kiss on that. Like it's so much fun. It is a labor of love, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to really enjoy it. And anyway, we want to share stuff with you, sexy and sometimes salty stuff. So thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah. So yesterday was Valentine's Day, and we all discovered that we have a mutual loathing for Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
all three of us hate it.
We all hate it. And so we're going to trash talk Valentine's Day today. That's what this episode is going to be.
Yes.
And offer some alternative ideas to have a good day on a holiday that you hate.
Definitely.
So I just, in general, hate holidays of obligation. I don't want to be told why I have to buy someone a gift.
Yeah. Well, I'm okay with Jesus' birthday.
Are you? Are you?
No.
Because you love baby Jesus?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. A big fan of baby Jesus. Grown-up Jesus, not so much, but baby Jesus.
I mean, he's kind of gross, but he does have a
Yeah.
six-pack, which is fucking incredible.
yeah, but he just
His
wandered
body,
around
like-
cursing trees.
You know, but this holiday, but Valentine's has a cute little Cupid with his little tushy flying around. You know, so that's cute.
Yeah.
You know, like I loved
think that-
Valentine's Day in school, like elementary school. And,
Oh,
like, making
everybody
those
loves it.
fun boxes and like
Yeah.
getting a treat from everybody, and then like having like that one secret admirer, but you kind of know who it was anyway because
Yeah.
the handwriting was shit, and you're like, oh, Bobby, I know it was you. Anyway, but
When he spent all last recess putting bugs in your hair anyways.
yeah, right. You know, and that was so much fun. And my mom was really, really cute. And she's like the original Pinterest mother. And she would like let me host a Valentine's party with all my friends every year. And we'd like decorate cookies and have like a treat exchange and like all the whole like wholesome motherly shit that she would put together. And I was like, oh my God, Mom, you like put a lot of work into my friends just to be like, we just want an excuse to have more candy and hang out with each other. But I always thought
like,
that was
set the
really
bar.
fun.
That was for her, not for you.
Oh, totally for her. Oh, yes. Because then we'd have like, she'd have like crafts that we all put together. And then all the moms would come pick up their kids and be like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
these are fantastic. Anyway, but then it ended. Like, then I was like, yeah, this is dumb.
Yeah.
I don't like care for somebody to give me something out of obligation too.
Yeah.
Like it
Oh, I
just
feel the
seems
same.
so hollow. And I'm like, how do you actually make it meaningful? And so I was just like, we're good. Like, let's just choose every day to do this. And then like surprise things are always fun. But if it's like making a big deal on a holiday that you
Have to.
yeah, you have to find a reservation for to get in a restaurant. Fucking good luck finding a goddamn babysitter
Yeah.
on
Right.
Valentine's Day.
Right.
Like, it's
Because they're
just,
all out with their Valentine's Day date.
yeah,
Probably. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I think the thing that really turns me off is just sort of like walking into any grocery store and just seeing the pile of shit that they put right in the front that's like pertains to that particular holiday. And it's like, buy our stuff, stupid.
Well, and now they do it before Christmas is even over. Like
yeah.
they
Yeah.
pull it out late December.
Well, I mean, just the consumerism, if that's a word. Sure it is today. Of any of those holidays is terrible. But Valentine's, it's just kind of like cheesy stuff. I did get my daughter a giant stuffed bear. But that wasn't for Valentine's. It just so happened to be like that's when they were selling those. And I was like, she's been asking for this and she's been so sweet and so good lately. I really want to just, surprise her with something she's really wanted. So I totally bought it. But that was like a month or, like 6 weeks ago when they were first selling all this shit.
Well, I really think it's sweet when parents buy stuff for their kids for Valentine's Day, as long as they don't go overboard. But just like a gesture. It's sweet.
Yeah, my mom would always get us something, a little special like red t-shirt or something kind of like with the theme, but it wasn't like holiday specific, but she just kind of made that excuse to give us something.
Yeah.
I felt like that was always really sweet. Justin, for my daughter's first Valentine's, she was like 9 months old. I don't know. I can't math right now. He gave her like a cute little card and some princess things. She's not gonna remember that, but we got photos. It was kind of cute. Like first Valentine's with Dad. But
Did I tell you guys what I'm doing for my little girl?
Tell us.
please do.
I opened her a Gmail account on like her name. And so like every time we take a super cute picture or like I think of her, I write her an email.
Oh, Brandy, that's really sweet.
That is
and
so
it's like
sweet.
Well,
saved in digital space.
I'm going to give it to her when she turns 18.
Oh, you fucking sap. That is so sweet.
So when she turns 18, I'll give her the password to the email account and then just be like, here's your email, babe. And it'll be 18 years worth of snowball fights and Nerf wars and, things that me and her have done together. There's a video of her driving a truck for the first time.
Nice.
So we
That's
crashed.
so sweet.
I would assume so. She is only 9 years old.
She did fine. It was just a concrete block in the middle of a field. We were just messing around. But
That's fun. Did anyone do when you were younger, Pamela?
Yeah, my dad always got me something for Valentine's Day. It was usually just like one of those little like box of conversation hearts and then maybe like a flower or something. But
that simple gesture means something though, doesn't it?
I thought it was the hugest deal ever when
Yeah.
I was little. Yeah. I felt so special.
Could you imagine if he had missed a Valentine's Day? You
well,
would
it
have
would
been
have
worried,
ruined
right?
my fucking life.
Yeah.
I would have thought my dad hates me now, which leads to our next point, expectations that are set.
So you've now expected
Expectations.
this little trinket from your dad. When did it end?
Probably when I hit puberty. I think maybe he thought that it would be weird then. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like honestly, like that's when little girls become brats. You don't want to reward them for that behavior anyway. No, I'm just kidding. But
I think I'm going to wait till my daughter tells me to stop.
yeah.
And I'll just keep showing up until she's like, dude, this is embarrassing. You're like 40 in high school. Stop it. Yeah. If it lasts that long, she might by 6th grade. I mean, girls are supposed to mature faster than guys, right? Emotionally. So I think as a guy, I probably would have told my mom it was cool. You know what? I'd have let my mom do it through high school. But I'd have told my dad to just fuck right off at like the 5th grade.
So having that expectation, there's this day each year that you are supposed to go above and beyond for the person that you love the most.
And make it the most romantic day of the year.
Which isn't romantic in my eyes because someone is telling you you have to be romantic.
Yeah, it's a social obligation
yeah.
to be romantic.
Everybody's
Sounds
already kind
terrible.
of set that up. Mm-hmm. It's not like hey, I came up with this idea on my own. It's the entirety of the nation is going out and doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just think like it's silly. And like, I don't want someone to tell me that I have to show appreciation for the person I love that way. I don't want to be in a crowded restaurant and wait for 2 hours to get there to supposedly be able to profess my love for somebody. Flowers die, chocolates just, I will never say no to chocolate. So go ahead any day of the year.
I just, I don't want any ugly ass roses. And the chocolates that they usually sell for Valentine's Day.
Oh, they're so shitty.
Oh my God, it's the worst chocolate. And it's so old because they started making it in June of last year. It's disgusting. I don't want that shit.
Yeah, so it's just, so then people are going outside of the box. Like, okay, dinner, chocolate, flowers. What else can you do? So let's get really creative and do something over the top. But then since I did that this year, am I going to have to compete with myself next year?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You're going to have to outdo yourself every year. That's why you need to set the bar low. So low.
What does that look like? Hey, we don't, Valentine's, we just skip over it. It goes from the 13th to the 15th. We just call it good. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like how do you set that bar low? Especially if last year, what do we tell the people who've already set the bar high? You done fucked up. Go find a new partner. Hurry right now and you're good. Just start from square one. But yeah,
Okay, so we're actually recording this before Valentine's Day because that's just how our schedule works. Mm-hmm. So what we have planned for this Valentine's Day is therapy. We're seeing our therapist on Valentine's Day.
Nice.
Which I think is just the most romantic gesture
Yeah.
ever.
I think, it just shows like how much I care. Let's be healthy.
Yeah. I care about
check
this
in.
relationship. I'm going to show up for therapy. Yeah.
That's awesome. I
Right?
think that's pretty rad. And your therapist is even working on that day.
I know.
Available.
Because he's cool too.
Nice.
He's not like those other people
Those other people.
who enjoy Valentine's Day.
Why did it have to be roses and chocolate? Who said that was what romance is?
Hallmark.
Ah, fucking Hallmark. No.
That sounds, I was going to say Hallmark or like there's not even a cool religious deity to go along. Like at least Christmas, the virgin birth and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's none of that for
Saint
Valentine's Day.
Valentine.
Yeah. Well, let's look it up. Well, I was
It's
just
the
thinking
whole
there's
holiday.
well, but there's not like it's not like we don't pray to Saint Valentine.
I was kind of celebrating that this
But if you were
person-
Catholic, you could.
That's true. I guess
Yeah.
you probably could.
Yeah. Most of our weird ass holidays come from Catholicism.
Yeah. So how do we be pagan and no, I'm just kidding. Celebrate Valentine's. We don't. So expectations, setting the bar low, having a conversation. Like, is this important for you? Is this something would make you feel good if we celebrated this every year? That's one thing with your partner. I don't know. You guys have 364 days to plan for next year. So start setting that bar and those expectations. Just like start kind of saying, hey, I want to love you every day. I want to show you this random times throughout the year, not just on this day.
Yeah. Yeah. Bert never bought me presents so maybe my attitude is formed from the fact that my husband Bert for 20 odd years would never buy me things for holidays. Mm-hmm. Rarely even for my birthday, but every other day of the year he was so kind and romantic and thoughtful that I was like, why the fuck do I need that when I have this? I would much rather have someone be thoughtful all the time and be romantic all the time than just one day a year or a couple days a year.
St. Valentine's also the patron saint of epilepsy.
Oh, good.
Oh,
In case you were wondering.
That tracks.
don't give someone bright, flashy lights. for Valentine's.
That's kind of you to be considerate.
Yes. Any super shitty Valentine stories that you have that like just those horrible things that you've been through, Brady? I'm really looking at
Yeah,
you.
we're
feel
both looking at you.
I feel like I have like Valentine's Day was ruined for me by my ex. And it was like a slow, methodical wear down of my psyche
Ooh, do tell.
through years of systematic abuse and oppression.
Oh, we want to hear it all.
Wow.
Well, like I remember one of the very last Valentine's Day, and I just said, "Look, I nailed it my first time, like doing Valentine's
you set
Day.
the bar high.
I set that bar high, and it wasn't even like I didn't even really set the bar high, but like I picked a decent place to eat, and we had a decent time to eat, and I showed up with something of like a moderate value, and I was attentive and caring. Like I probably should have been all the other days of the year, but it just. Like the next year around, I thought like the reservation didn't quite work out or whatever. We ended up sitting out in the rain or something for like 15 extra minutes. And that put her in a foul mood. And then everything else was like, oh, that's the same thing you did last year. So like over the next few years of being married, like every year I tried to set the bar.
Why did it come down to you to plan Valentine's too?
That's the other thing.
I don't know.
Valentine's is such a sexist holiday.
It is. I'm just sitting here waiting for you to sweep me off my feet. I'm not.
We know, Mariah. We know.
I'll just look at you like you're have brain damage.
I could see you gagging if someone actually did a good Valentine's Day. Like this.
I'm like, oh,
ugh.
we won't
How much
even
effort
talk
did you
about
put into this?
my
Ugh.
ex-husband proposed on Valentine's, and I was like, oh. Well, it wasn't on Valentine's, but it was like the weekend of, so you're celebrating that dinner time with that, and I was just like, very predictable, so sweet, thanks, cool, here's the ring, cool.
That is the one day of the year I would not want someone to propose to me on.
I just
It
think
seems so
it's
cheesy.
cheesy.
Yeah.
I just if you love that, if that's something you love, and if that speaks to your love language, I think that's absolutely fantastic. Just because all three of us in studio are kind of like on the same page does not mean anyone is wrong or anything, but definitely not for me.
Definitely not for me.
I disagree. I mean, it's definitely not for me, and all those who think that it's good are wrong.
The
I
last
have evidence.
the last Valentine's Day that I tried to do anything good for with my ex, I ended up almost in like basically a brawl in a movie theater. So I, at that point, decided I was no longer taking her to the movies as well as not
Was it a
celebrating Valentine's Day.
rom-com?
I don't even remember. She picked it, whatever it was. And then someone in front of us was on their phone and she started like shouting at them. And like this dude wasn't going to turn around and smack my wife. So like his next option is to fight me.
Yeah. Control your woman.
Yeah, basically.
Shit like that.
Well, on Valentine's Day, she technically was my woman, right? That's how that works. I buy the chocolates and the flowers and then,
And you own her for a day?
yeah. Isn't that how that works?
Yeah, where's her?
I think that's the holiday.
Yeah, like aren't you? You take her out for this nice dinner, get her roses, get her chocolates, and then she's supposed to dress up nice for you and
Or undress nice for me.
give you a blowjob. Like that's the night, right? The blowjob night, right?
Or
Your
the anal
birthday?
sex night?
Yeah, right.
The one
I don't
night a
know.
year.
I
we
thought
get
that was
anal
on
sex.
April 20th. No? Okay, you guys don't know that
don't-
comedian. Never mind. Carry on.
Both of us were like,
Don't get this joke.
Carry on.
I just feel like those expectations are extremely unhealthy and unproductive, and kind of, if that's the one night of the year that you go above and beyond and do something special, let's give you some more ideas of what to do other than that. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I like to call Valentine's Day International Sex Toy Day.
Yes.
Because I think the best present that you could give somebody is a sex toy. Any day of the year. But let's just, like if we have to do something better, superior for Valentine's Day.
Do you have to be in a relationship with somebody to give them a sex toy? Like if I got my boss a sex toy, I feel like I'd be...
Can we start a
would you
sex
get your-
toy exchange for Valentine's Day? Like everyone's just like, hey, draw a name, like Secret Santa, but it's like Secret
Yeah.
dick.
I don't know if. Well, no, I was gonna say I don't know if that would work though. With
Like if I just showed up at work and
multiple
handed out
genders and-
fleshlights.
Yeah.
I mean, would you? I would say don't give a sex toy to anyone that you wouldn't give a Valentine's Day gift to.
That's a lot of people.
Are you in a romantic relationship with the people at work?
No, that's why I want to make sure, because there are people I would get a Christmas present for that I wouldn't kiss. Right?
Okay.
So Amanda and Henry gave me an early birthday present.
What was that?
It's the womanizer that
The duo.
yeah.
I
the
know this
duo.
one.
Yeah. So
Gotta get out the Google.
Yeah. So it has the clitoral stimulation and then also the G-spot
Insertion, like it goes inside of you
and
and
vibrates.
oh,
It's incredible.
nice. I've heard many fantastic things about it. And then I've heard some like if you're really sold on the womanizer, it's going to take just a little bit extra getting used to.
Oh, I think that's true for any of the womanizers.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's it. I love it.
It looks like the Starship Enterprise.
But if you knock the wings
it totally
off.
does.
Yeah.
It does.
I just showed a little bit of my nerd side. Got you.
It's got like a little rocket motor and everything.
But my friend, my girlfriend just got her first womanizer and she was like, I can't handle it. It's so strong and I'm so sensitive. And I just like, she was like, it's good, but bad at the same time. And I find myself screaming a lot. And I'm like, just practice. You'll
And
get
there's
there.
so many settings. So
You
many.
gotta find the one that's right for you. But I remember starting with the womanizer and feeling the same way. And then after a little while, I figured out like the right position and whatever to achieve the best type of orgasm. Like it was hard for me to orgasm with it at first, even though it felt incredible. And then you work with it, you figure it out. And then you're having 2-minute screaming at the top of your lungs orgasms.
It's so easy being a guy. I just sort of rub it on things and it works. Nice cool doorknob on a hot day or a warm car on a breezy day. It don't matter.
Yeah, but we love our toys.
We do love
That's fun though. Like I have color coded, which ones are rechargeable, waterproof, battery, take whatever.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I
It's
got a
fun
new-
just to have a collection.
I got a new cock ring. I forgot about that.
Nice.
We'll talk about it on another episode because we're talking about true love here and how to buy a woman on the 13th or 14th? 14th.
How
Right?
to buy a woman on the 14th. Yes.
Yeah. How to own a woman on the 14th.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. Ew.
It is so fucking
It does feel that way though, doesn't it? Because it's like it's my job as a man to go out and like buy you all the
Yeah.
things, and then it's your job to put out.
Yeah, I think that is the general agreement.
Yeah.
For Valentine's
too
Day.
tall on this
It's
chair.
another reason I don't like it.
And I forgot about the camera.
Yeah, I have my sunglasses off, by the way. My eye is healing just fine.
That's so good.
Eyes.
So
See?
this year I promised Jamie Krispy Kreme donuts for Valentine's Day.
Are you
And-
going to cream on them for her?
No, that's terrible. That would ruin the food for her.
Oh.
She wouldn't be thrilled with that. But she just mentioned she was having like, I guess one of the new subscription services we got for streaming TV played a Krispy Kreme commercial, and then she's been dying for it. She hasn't had a Krispy Kreme since she moved to Utah, and which is like
Those are the only donuts that I eat.
6 or 8 years.
There are no good donuts in Utah. The
Yeah.
entire state of Utah does not have a single good donut.
She's
I am here
excited
to
for
tell
Krispy
you.
Kreme. So
That's not a good donut either. Like when you've had a good donut, you'll know.
Damn it.
I'm
I feel like
excited
I'm missing out.
because Jamie's actually working on Valentine's Day.
Gotcha.
So
Why are you excited about that?
because I'm gonna treat
You're
myself.
gonna coast through.
You're
Is that
going
what
to get
saying?
yourself a Valentine's
I'm gonna do a
gift?
Valentine's Day for myself.
I love that.
That is a great alternative. So we have sex toy day and we have treat yourself day.
Treat yourself.
So
Treat
how
yourself.
are you going to treat yourself?
Oh,
What are you going to do?
I am thinking I'm going to watch all the movies Jamie doesn't like while she's gone.
Okay.
and I'm going to eat all the food she normally would just be like grossed out watching me eat.
Okay.
Like she can't even watch me eat seafood. If I eat seafood in front of her, she won't kiss me till I brush my teeth.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm just like, and I've joked about in the past, like getting a food mistress. Like I need a mistress. It doesn't have to necessarily be a woman, but I need a food mistress, someone I can go out with to eat the food Jamie can't stand.
I
This
have
is
a
why-
husband who's available for this. I'm sure he would love to be your food mistress.
What do you mean my food mistress? I feel like I talked to him about it and he was like, yeah, I'm not into that stuff. Or
I don't know.
I can't remember what
Keep
it was that I
asking
mentioned.
him. Just set the bar high. He'll keep coming.
I'll
This
bug
is
him.
one of the advantages of polyamory.
Yeah, you have your food mistress, don't you?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
She's got a mistress for
for
everything.
everything. Yeah. Whatever one of them won't do,
Do you just call
another
him,
one will.
is a male mistress just a mister? How does that work?
Food mister? Yeah, it doesn't just have the same
No,
ring
it sounds
to
soggy.
We'll have to Google it later.
Yeah.
What's the male equivalent of a
Yeah, because we
mistress?
know that the first.
Or you can Google it now.
I'm gonna
you
Google
want
it.
to.
Yeah.
Other people, or specifically women, will do like a Galentine's Day, like with your gals, your gal pals, and just have like a girls' day. I think that's so rad.
Yeah, which I think is fantastic because part of what another part, I guess I should say, what I hate about Valentine's Day is all the focus it puts on people who are not coupled.
Paramore.
The Single Awareness Day.
Single Awareness Day, yeah, and
heard
how
it called
awful
that.
it is to be single.
Yeah, and it just doesn't.
Is it awful being single?
No, I don't think it's awful being single, but I think that our society gives that like impression. I think that Valentine's Day becomes this very like anti-single
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, like it just makes you feel lonely and very aware that you don't have a partner when you probably are very healthy and happy
Yeah.
not having
Right.
a partner.
Even if you feel really comfortable with yourself being single the rest of the year.
Yeah, so that kind of brings up, we had an older lady living in our cul-de-sac. She still lives there, actually. And, she was single and didn't have kids living with her anymore. So it was just her. So every Valentine's, my boys would bring her something for years. And then, she's remarried now and it's really cute. So I was like, okay, but like, these two little 4-year-old,
Yeah.
little toddlers coming up with like a little, chocolate dipped strawberries or flowers or whatever, just to kind of be like, just because you don't have a specific person doesn't mean you don't
You should
get to
be
feel
noticed.
special. Yeah, and noticed. So that's kind of, I just happen to use Valentine's Day to kind of use it for that, but to like set that up, but it wasn't like anything I cared to get in return. It's just kind of like, oh, I hope you know that you're still special.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so Galentine's Day is fun. That's really cool. Just having a bunch of girls go out.
I think you could maybe make it clitoral stimulation day or G-spot day.
You know what? We should
because
have a celebrate the clitoris day. I think that's what we just need is celebrate the clit.
I think we need more than a day.
V Day
There should be a
could
month.
stand for vagina day
Ooh,
instead.
there you go.
And it could be an opportunity for men to find the G-spot.
Look
and
at a
the clit
diagram.
Yeah.
It's there. You don't work that hard for it.
It's there.
All you have to do is try,
Like,
fellas.
and then you looked around the room.
I think you just didn't want to look at our vaginas.
I know.
Because that would be disrespectful.
I felt like it would, yeah, because I'm not buying you on Valentine's Day, so it would be disrespectful.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you only inspect livestock you intend to purchase.
So it says for male mistress, the term mister can be used.
Also, Paramore. I like Paramore.
It just makes me think of the band.
Yeah, but they're cute.
Yeah.
All of them.
I like
I
it.
hate that band.
What?
I think they're awful.
I like the idea of a man being financially supported by a wealthy older woman is called a kept man. I like that.
I mean, isn't that the same for
It's a
a
kept
woman as
woman?
well? Yeah.
Oh, I thought that
I've
was
heard that.
sugar baby.
That's
Yeah.
also a term for it, but I've
twen-
definitely heard kept woman. She's
Yeah.
a kept woman. Yeah.
Especially in like,
Trophy
100
wife.
years ago or so.
Yeah. Trophy. Well, it's slightly different. But yeah.
So Valentine's Day sucks. We don't like it.
And Justin and I will actually like purposely not go out that weekend for a date just in rebellion of the holiday.
It's also nice to avoid the crowds, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that
it's
too.
shitty.
Yeah.
Like every time I've ever been to an Olive Garden on a Valentine's Day special, and they're like, "Oh, we got great deals. We have to buy off a specific menu to get the great deal," and then it is packed.
Yeah.
Olive Garden, that's where everybody goes for Valentine's Day.
Apparently,
That's
Such a
really
shitty-
upsetting.
that was like the number one request I got when I was with my ex.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm a food snob though. I'm sorry. Like I would never
You
eat
just
at
sound
the Olive Garden.
snobbier and snobbier. You're like, I hate that band. You know what?
that
Fucking
band and your
Valentine's.
restaurant.
Yeah. Just kidding. I love it.
I'm a woman
Pamela
with opinions.
knows what she likes, and she's not afraid to share it.
It's true.
Fuck that band, fuck your restaurant, and buy my type of sex toy. Fuck y'all. It's a great.
Some people really know what they like, and
It's,
it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. I have a good life.
You go, girl.
Thank you.
So let's say, we just encouraged all of our listeners to bag Valentine's Day. No longer in there anymore.
Maybe
What can you do?
maybe we should incite a rebellion.
Yeah.
We should. It's
How
a
could we
popular thing to do.
How could we collectively what's the word I'm looking for?
Rebel?
Rebel against Valentine's Day.
I just wait till all the candy's on clearance,
Yeah, but even then, it's still like you're right. Like Valentine's
when I
Day
say
candy is not great.
I actually really don't care for the candy. It's the sugar cookies that are so good. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. How do we rebel? How do we start?
It's funny that like all the things that she said on this podcast, that's the one that made me lose respect for you.
Is the
Was the
sugar
cookies
with the sugar sprinkles?
better sugar cookies out there?
I know.
Make some
Just-
homemade sugar cookies.
No, it's-
Well, there
hey,
is.
you know what? That would be a romantic gesture if someone made me homemade cookies. Like I would so be like, yes, I will. You can buy me on Valentine's Day with
homemade
a dozen
cookies.
homemade cookies.
Okay,
Brady's taking a mental note.
I'm
What's
friends
your
with her
favorite?
husband.
What's your favorite cookie, Mariah?
Butterscotch oatmeal.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. But I don't think oats belong in cookies or raisins.
Again, raisins. Fuck raisins. They're like so shitty. They need to get out of everything and just go die.
Yeah.
They're shriveled little deaths. Hate raisins. Craisins on the other hand. Are
Yeah, craisins are good.
What were they called? Butterscotch what?
Oatmeal. I also like the dried blueberries from Costco. Oh my God.
Yeah. Rebellion. How do we rebel? Apparently we're hungry.
Just don't buy the garbage, right?
Yeah,
Don't let the commercials win. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to do something romantic, do it handmade.
You know what? A fucking just handwritten letter or card, even if you feel like the need to give it on Valentine's Day, I think is so sweet. But any time of the year, I think that is just the most genuine thing.
Oh, I totally agree. I love getting love letters.
I just like to get my butt pinched when you walk by. Like if my wife walks by and she pinches my butt, that's better than anything you could buy me at the store.
Yeah, I love having my ass grabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like sometimes I feel bad.
I'm always grabbing my spices. Spices?
Yeah.
Asses.
Spouse eye.
And they're still not getting the hint. They don't grab my ass enough.
Do they listen to the show?
No.
Of course not.
I love the whole like arms around you like you're gonna hug me and then just lift and just grab that whole ass.
The whole ass.
The whole ass, which is really, if you have big enough hands to do that.
Yeah.
That's why I married him.
Sure.
Big old mitts.
He is a giant. That's why I saved in my phone as Big Buff Justin.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's how I like my ass grabbed. You really gotta give it the effort it deserves.
I like sometimes I feel like I'm just assaulting Jamie at this point. Because like every time I walk by, I'll grab her butt.
She's a lucky woman.
She's just kind of like, ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Oh, I say that.
That's the sound.
I do that all the time, but that's really like, thanks. But I
Oh,
Show it.
but I can't get her to pinch my. Why can't you
Why
show it?
can't you
Because you're a
show
woman
it?
and you're up for sale on
Because
Valentine's Day.
I don't want to give you the satisfaction that you just met my need. I'm like, you still have to work for it. No, I don't know. I don't know why. That's a good
Mariah.
question.
That's that double
That doesn't
standard pussy
sound
on the
like-
pedestal thing.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like the healthiest reaction.
No, I think it's really just because, like, when I make that sound, Justin knows. I'm like, stop, you know?
Oh.
Like, it's
Oh,
not,
that's a different sound.
It's not like me actually being, like, truly, truly annoyed.
Good.
But sometimes I still like the chase just a little bit. So I'll be like, wasn't good enough, try again. You know? If he tries to-
Okay, now that's okay as long as it's competitive and playful.
yeah.
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 No. It's never like, try again.
I feel like Jamie does, like, at this
False
point, she's
start.
not even reacting. Like, she's calloused and unaware that it even happened. Because I've grabbed her butt so many times, it's sort of like the heel of her foot now at this point. It's just tough and unfeeling. I grab her butt a lot, like every time I walk by. I'm terrible. Then see, now I feel like I'm committing assault.
So that
I really do.
Do you have her consent?
so maybe it's
talked about
because
it?
it's
Well,
expected.
she hasn't said no.
Do we need to go back to the consent episode?
I know,
Brady?
but she hasn't complained. And
Is that consent?
I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to verify. I'm sure she consents to it because she hasn't like smacked me and said no.
You're sure she consents to it when she says the words, "I want this." That's
Yeah.
when you're sure.
Have
Not from a lack of.
That's
you
why I'm
come
pushed
out
away.
and said, "Hey, do you like when I touch your butt? Because I love when you touch my butt."
I have said that.
And
what
what
did
was the
she say?
answer?
Well, you guys have met my wife. She just was like,
Scripted. Yeah, like just yeah.
could be worse. Like, that's basically her facial expression is like, could be worse. But yeah, she hasn't told me. Like, I ask occasionally, like, I'm not driving you crazy, am I? Like, there is one thing I do that I know drives her insane, and I love doing it.
Yeah, but that's
Okay, I
part of the like teasing. It's one thing, you know, when you cross that line.
I kiss her on the wrong side of the neck, and she jumps out of her skin. It tickles. And I'll pin her so she can't get away from it.
Your little maniacal laugh.
I know his laugh was.
Brady.
Well, like, I'm nice about it, but it's funny.
I wonder, you know, just stop touching her butt completely and
Oh,
see
no.
how long.
I can't do that because she knows if I don't run into because every time she gets in the shower, I run in and I grab her butt. And
She'll think something's wrong.
yeah, like a week ago, she got in the shower and I didn't hear it because I was doing something else. And then I went and like laid on the couch. And I guess as I was laying on the couch, she was drying off or whatever. And she like comes out and she's like, "Are we okay?" You haven't filed for divorce,
So
have you?
that's her barometer for
Yeah.
your relationship.
Yeah, is my butt grabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mix it up. Do something a little bit different, just slightly. Just
So I
grab
should just
her
grab her
hand.
front?
No, grab her hand and use her hand to grab your butt and be like,
I like that idea. I was having a conversation with somebody like, and I never thought about it, but I was like, I wonder why girls don't just like grope dicks.
"Oh, I do
I do.
every
Well,
fucking
well,
day."
Okay, well then I'm missing out. But Jamie, but the girl
Does
that I was
Jamie
talking
listen to
to
the
about it,
podcast?
I don't know if she does or not. I don't think so. But I was talking to a girl about it, and I was like, why don't girls just grope dicks? And she was like, well, we don't want you to just think we need to fuck then right at that moment. So I didn't even think about that. I was like, yeah, because if Jamie walked in here and grabbed my dick, I'd be like, well, see you guys later.
Yeah, I think that goes for the expectation we were
Yeah.
just talking
Yeah.
about, because I frequently grab and caress and just all around pester his friend a lot. So I think there, again, that expectation of like, oh, Mariah is just kind of like, it's probably the equivalent of a butt grab.
Yeah. Just don't set up the expectation that every time I touch your dick, we're going to fuck.
If I put my hand down your pants and cup the whole thing and start stroking to get it hard, then you know that's probably an expectation. We're doing something.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know,
Sometimes
were
I
we
just
talking about Valentine's Day?
we were, but we kind of went into expectations. And
Oh
that's
yeah,
fine, too.
expectations. Yeah.
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 Don't Don't be surprised if we get divorced shortly after I stop grabbing your butt in the shower, apparently.
Oh.
She like ran out, was like, are we okay? I was like, yeah. Like, I thought, yeah, I'm fine. What's the matter? And she's like, I was in the shower and you didn't grab my butt. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I didn't think you liked it.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't know what we like until we don't have it anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, that's just the little check-in. But then once it's gone, it is like kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Did that mean more than I thought?
I didn't love it, but I miss it now.
Yeah.
Have you seen that meme that says appreciate my, and then it shows like blank text, but they're like big giant text and they're like one right after another. And it says appreciate my text before you get my, and then it's just basically the same thing, but it's like okay in between the other texts or K.
You're going to have to show me this example because how you explained it, I'm lost.
It makes zero sense to me.
Okay, and when this episode drops, I'll put it on our Twitter too.
Okay.
Well, you're looking that up. I want
Which
to
is
know.
at Salty Sex.
What's the worst gift you could give someone for Valentine's? Sorry, I didn't mean it. I just
It's okay.
totally
It's all
interrupted
right.
you.
It's all good.
We both did.
Worst gift. I guess chocolates and flowers.
The basic.
Like if you gave me, because it's such a trope.
Yeah.
I would be so disappointed.
Somebody posted that meme on Facebook and I thought I was so fucking clever on my reply because some guy wrote getting her a dishwasher and I was like I think I'm hilarious. So I replied to just his comment and said, no, I'm pretty sure most women would love a girlfriend for Valentine's Day.
Oh, you said most women.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because when you originally told the joke, I was like, that's terrible.
It is.
Because
It's
I thought
terrible
you were
and sexist.
most women.
But I thought it was just really funny because it was also like, I'm going to use sexism just to show you that you're obsolete, man. Bye. Kind of thing. So I thought it was funny. Anyway, that's the worst gift you can give your significant
Is
other.
a dishwasher?
Apparently.
Oh.
What's the worst gift you could get?
I love
Mariah?
practical gifts, you guys. Everyone thinks it's so weird, but I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll take a vacuum. Anyway, worst gift that I could give or get?
Both.
I gave not an awesome gift and I was asked to return it. I thought it was cool.
What was it?
Just because I think it's cool doesn't mean the other person thinks it's cool. Yeah. So, yeah, it's okay.
Are you going to tell us what it was?
Well, okay, sure. So it was a glass cutting kit. So you could take like glass bottles or old beer bottle and then cut them and make them into cups and cool things. I thought it was fucking rad, right?
That is cool. Yeah.
My baby hand's husband, doesn't care for
if he gets
crafts.
cut handling broken glass.
Very true. He's a hemophiliac. His blood doesn't clot. It was really dumb. I get it. And he was just like, I appreciate that you try to think of something outside of the box, but it was too far outside of the box. It was too far off the mark. So that's okay. That was my lesson. And I'm just a really shitty gift giver because I don't care for gifts. So it's hard for me to channel that gift giving. Anyway.
So what would be the worst gift you could receive?
I don't know if there would be too many things. You know what?
A pink teddy bear that said, I love you.
Ew. I mean, like, if my children got me that would be like the sweetest fucking thing. If anyone else got me that, besides like maybe like a great grandparent or someone who's just like really just so sweet, like I'd be like, thanks. That or just like meaningless gifts that have no meaning between like our relationship. It's just kind of like oh, hey, this was convenient to give to you.
Something they obviously got at the gas station on the way over.
Yeah, or just like they like, yeah, I don't know. That would probably be like the worst gift. I love practical gifts. So when they're impractical, I'm kind of like, cool, thanks. This very expensive thing is just going to sit on my shelf or be a purse that I, don't actually use.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
How about you, Brady? What's the worst gift you've received?
Oh,
Or could receive?
Could received?
Gonorrhea.
I haven't had that one. I don't know. I don't know what would really upset me if I got something. I've had some weird things. Like, the funny thing is Christmas 2 years ago, Jamie got me a red hoodie and was like really excited to give me this red hoodie. And I remember opening it and being like, I don't get it. But now it's like the only Christmas present that I have left from that year, and I wear it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, she was so excited for me to open that package, and then I was like trying really hard to hide my disappointment when I like thought it was something completely different. And now it's a gift that I actually just still use.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, and then when someone sets that bar high and gets really excited, and then I'm like, why? Thanks. Yeah, it really does feel like I have to make a production.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to make that person feel bad. I appreciate the gesture.
Right.
I don't care for the specific gift.
What would you want to receive on Valentine's Day?
I love the whole like, hey, I was just out and about, not specifically getting you something, but something caught my eye and made me think of you. I think those are pretty sweet.
Okay. So
What about you?
well, sex toys, obviously.
Well, that's your best. Yeah, we got. I knew that. But what's your worst?
Oh, worst?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said chocolates and
Oh,
flowers.
chocolates and flowers.
Yeah, would be my worst. But I'm sure there are lots of other terrible things you could get me.
Something that comes with
Like-
chores, like a pet.
Oh, yeah. Like
Yeah.
a puppy?
Like extra fucking work.
Yeah.
Yeah. That stuff drives me
Maybe
nuts.
that's how Justin saw this gift that I gave him. He's like, I have to work to enjoy it. I'm just kidding. I don't think he saw that.
You're telling me I've got to go collect beer bottles now, and then I've got to cut them.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
It is cool. It's actually like I would have been really happy if you got
I
me
know.
that gift.
I saw your face lit up. I was like, I should just give it to
I would have
Bree.
totally played with that. Yeah.
But
I almost bought one that could cut square bottles.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I enjoy thinking outside the box when I give gifts, and sometimes I'm just a little too far off the mark because I was trying to be unique enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But some people do appreciate just flowers and chocolate. And I'm like, "No, that's boring. What else can I get you?"
Yeah.
And they're like, no, really, that's what I want.
Yeah. So Brady, what would you want someone to do for you if they were trying to give you a romantic gesture of some kind?
Grab my butt.
That's it? You're easy.
Yeah, just grab my butt when you walk by. Like if I'm in the kitchen doing dishes or I don't know, like out changing the oil on your car or whatever it is that I'm doing and you just sort of like wander by and give me a squeeze. Yeah. I'll just melt.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be like, "Oh, you love me." Yeah.
I got home from brunch today with a friend, and my bed, like, sheets were changed and it was made. And I was like, thank you so much.
That's like true love.
That really is. Like, that's romance to me.
One of the things that Jamie
Super
does
practical. You know what I want. You know what I enjoy and appreciate.
one of the things that Jamie does that really actually does is like seems super romantic to me, and she just rolls her eyes, but she'll randomly do extra laundry. Like we both kind of do our own laundry, but if she does like a load of my socks and then she just dumps them out on my pillow when they're done so that I remember to put them away. But I'll come home and be like, "Oh, clean socks." And I'm
How
like,
do you have an entire load of socks?
I have a lot of socks.
That's a lot of socks.
But, I mean, don't you wash your clothes like once a week?
Yeah.
How
But-
many socks can you wear in a week?
Well, we have a dog, and so like I'll come home and I'll take off my work socks and then I'll put on home socks.
You're also in work boots all day,
All
which
day.
are nasty,
Okay,
sweaty,
that makes
gross.
sense.
Yeah,
I
so
would
I-
definitely
so-
be changing those.
I take off my work socks and I put on home socks. And
But
then
even if you had like
14 pairs of like
socks,
knee-high, thick wool socks. That's still not enough
it's
to
still
make
not
it.
a whole load.
I don't. Well, maybe I'm
Your
the
loads
worst.
are small, Brady.
Yeah,
We are
maybe
I just
I
wonder
have-
why you're not washing
size of your load.
other things with your socks.
Maybe I have small loads.
Well, maybe
Ever
she's
since
putting
the
your socks
vasectomy.
in with a load
her
of her
stuff?
laundry.
But why
and
would
then it's-
I'm just confused at why the socks are separate from all the other clothes.
Yeah, I'm actually equally.
I don't understand
perplexed.
It's
how.
probably because I take them off in the bathroom.
So they go into a different basket.
I don't. Sometimes I don't know how they get from the bathroom to the basket.
I think we have to ask Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie knows the mystery of the socks. She's the one who's been picking them up for the last how many years you guys have been together?
Are they so stinky that she just won't wash them with other clothing?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they smell all that
There's got to
bad.
be a reason behind it.
You're funny. But that's really sweet that she
It
has
is the
a full
first-
pile of socks.
That
It's
is
the first
romantic.
thing that I run out of. Like if I haven't been able to do laundry for a week or two, it's the first thing I run out of is socks.
So you need more socks.
But I come home, like I say, I take off my work socks, and then I wear socks again, and they pick up my wife's dog's hair. Sometimes her hair, by the way.
Oh, yeah. We should.
Yeah, holy hell.
We should.
It's like,
So you might go through 3 pairs of socks.
so I
in a
probably
day.
three pairs of socks a day, depending. It's gotten to the point now that I wear shoes in the house because of her dog.
Wow.
And her
I just
hair.
wear shoes in the house anyway because I have weird feet stuff, but that's all good.
Yeah, I know you have weird feet stuff, and I think it's hilarious. I'm going to make you a silicone foot.
It's not that I don't specifically like feet. I am really weird with textures on my feet. And I have like very tender feet. So to step on something, I'm like, "Argh," like it immediately puts me in a grouchy mood.
Yeah.
And then I hate when my feet are cold. I don't like other people's feet touching me specifically just because I start thinking of germs. So it's kind of almost 2 things put together there. So
Okay.
it kind of creates a foot thing that I'm like, not a fan. Just leave your feet over there. My feet are in here and my shoes and a comfy sock and we're good. Don't ask me about my feet.
I do remember one of the first times we came over to your house. I immediately, like, looking through the door was like, oh, this is a no shoes house. And then you were like, no, leave them on. I don't know you that well yet. And then you, like, carried on making margaritas.
Yeah. Well, I tell everybody, like, I loathe going into homes that it's like, take off your shoes or whatever, and like all these things. And I'm like, where's your fucking house shoes that I can wear then? Because I am not walking around barefoot or in my socks in your home, especially when your kids are spilling shit all over the floor and there's crumbs and like wet spots. The worst is stepping in
on something wet with a sock
That
on.
is completely valid. However,
Yeah.
I just want people to stop coming in my house and walking on my white rug with their dirty shoes.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I wipe my shoes on like mats outside and will like try to be as,
Yeah, but still, if it's white wool,
You got to, like, pressure wash them before you can walk on white carpet.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's why we recarpeted our house because we used to have white carpet. And I was like, yeah, shit. I wear shoes
3 kids.
everywhere. Yeah, and a dog. Anyway,
So Valentine's Day sucks, and so does white carpet with shoes.
yeah.
Agreed. I agree on both of those counts.
Wait, this was like our shit on whatever we wanted to shit on episode.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So, guys, it turns out your wife probably does want you to grab her butt. But make sure you ask. Because now I'm starting to wonder.
we gave him a complex.
I'm legit concerned.
Yeah.
Have I been basically assaulting her this whole time?
You just have to communicate, guys.
So you're saying if I like something from my husband, I need to continually be
You
like,
probably need to just say something. Guys
you're
are kind
pretty
of
good.
dumb, I think.
I think I'm pretty good about saying
You are.
what I like. And I want more of it because I'm like all about the positive reinforcement because that's what makes me feel good. So when you go out of your way to say, hey, I noticed you did something and I appreciate it, I'll be like, fuck yeah, I'll give you more of that.
Yeah.
You know, but when it's kind of like, hey, you could have done better or I wish this would have happened, I'm like, my behavior change isn't going to change with feeling guilty or feeling bad that I wasn't better. So that's what therapy is for, and therapy helps with, just in case. Couples therapy, Valentine's couples therapy. Get her done. Well, I'm totally for it. Anyway, anything else, guys?
Nope.
The studio's for rent.
It's not for rent, but it's available.
Check us out on
Yeah.
Patreon. You'll have to type in the address into the address bar.
You know, patreon.com/salty
Salty Sex Cast. Yeah, because we are adult content and can't do a search for us. But you can get lots of really cool content if you become one of our patrons. And that starts at only $5 a month.
We're on Twitter. If you want to see that meme I was talking about, I'll post it on Valentine's Day. At Salty Sexcast.
Facebook. We're on Facebook. Doing a few things on Facebook. You can see some photos, interact with us. We will say hi. That you
Gmail.
can find us at Facebook or at Facebook. at Salty
Facebook.com.
Sexcast.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. I can't look at you and talk at the same time. I think that's why I fucked up our intro. It's your face, Brady. Jesus. Anyway, I love you so much. Thank you, Buttons Boy. Button Boy.
Button boy.
Button Boy. I need to take the S out of it. All right. And you can email us at saltysexcast@gmail.com. It's great. We love to hear from our listeners and people who are interested in coming on as guests. And just thanks for supporting us, for listening, for sharing, for subscribing, for being a sexual human being. We love you.
Or an asexual human being.
That's right. We love you all.
Yes.
Have a great week, everybody. Stay sexy.
And salty.
Bye.
Yeah. And what's puberty?
Puberty? Well, puberty's a lot of things. Here's the piece.
When you hear about it first, it sounds very strange.
Oh, if it really bothers you, you should see a doctor. Then at puberty, certain glands begin to work, and our bodies begin to change. It enlarges the penis itself.
And there's a center opening between those two, which is called the vagina.
The sex education you wish you had in high school.
Maybe a diagram will help.